Greetings, friends and strangers alike. Welcome, one and all. I'm your friendly woodland elf, and welcome back to Final Fantasy VII. So last time, we went back to Mideel to check up on Tifa and Cloud. While we were there, the live stream started gushing out from underneath the earth. We were told that Mideel is a place where this can happen, so it's not really that much of a surprise. If a little coincidental, it just happened to happen at that time. Well, anyway, that started happening. Live stream started gushing out the earth. It calmed down. Then Ultima Weapon attacked. Sid, Vincent, and Kate Sith fought it off, made it run away. But then the live stream sort of burst out of the earth, even more powerful than before. And Tifa and Cloud couldn't make it out. They were sucked into the live stream. And now Tifa is sort of inside Cloud's subconscious. And what we're here to do is to try and uncover what really happened in Nibelheim. So after getting stumped a little bit at the beginning scene of Nibelheim, when Tifa told Cloud that it's not really there, he's not really there, it was another guy with black hair. That sounds like song lyrics. Then we went over to the well scene and Tifa said that memory doesn't really help us. But then Cloud showed us some deep locked up memory that we've never seen before. And Tifa was like, yeah, that really happened. That can't be a fake. You must be real. You can't have been created 5 years ago. So, here we are now. Back to Nibelheim. Who do I have to talk to? This guy? The truth is right there. We almost have the answer right in the palm of our hands. Sorry about that. Something just tickled my throat and I had to cough. Anyway, can't talk to little baby Cloud. Let's go into Nibelheim again. Tifa seems so excited. She's like, yeah, come on, let's go. We're actually going into the town this time. Oh, where are we going? Cloud, wait. Where are you going? The reactor? To the reactor. Make a reactor 5 years ago. Yeah. I like how I was just like, the reactor? I think? So what we're going to see at the reactor? Oh shit. We get to see Tifa get fucked up again. Oh no, fuck! Awesome slow motion fall down the stairs. This is going to be another scene that's going to look awesome in the remake. We've sort of seen this scene before. In... I forget what it's called. It's sort of like an anime style. It's like an episode of like anime almost, where it shows the Nibelheim incident. Looks pretty cool. Anyway, it's Cloud. Oh wait, no it's not. It's black spiky hair dude. Why did Tifa just say it's Cloud? We know that's not Zack. You remembered. Yeah, that's that guy's name, Zack. This is the guy who came to Nibelheim with Sephiroth 5 years ago. Yep, Tifa confirms that. Then, where were you, Cloud? Oh, shit. Zack just got fucked up. Cloud, did you see it all? I saw everything. Who's the mystery character in black? Kinda look like a Shinra grunt. And Sephiroth's marvelling over Genova. Oh look. Oh man, the Shinra guard's gonna fuck him up. Oh shit. Who are you? Mom, Tifa, my town, give it back. I had so much respect for you. I admired you. Oh man, just stabbed him straight through the chest with that big fucking Buster sword, which, let's be honest, would cut your chest in half. My god. Oh, Sephiroth's fucked up, and... What's this? Who is this Shinra guard? There's the reveal. That's what happened. There is the big reveal. Cloud was there the whole time. He just wasn't the soldier member he thought. That one Shinra grunt that just happened to be there the whole time. That one Shinra grunt that just happened to survive that fall. Remember when the bridge broke and one of the grunts died? The other one survived? That grunt was Cloud. Hey Cloud, you feeling sick? Why don't you take that mask off? Yeah. And it's scenes like this that start to make so much more sense. You remember back in the calm flashback of this? I'll talk about it in a little bit. I never made it in Soldier. I even left my hometown telling everyone I was going to join, but I was so embarrassed. I didn't want to see anybody. Not when Cloud sees Tifa. He wants to hide his shame, so he puts his mask back on. And it turns out Sephiroth was talking to the Shinra grunt this whole time. And that Shinra grunt dead on the floor in this scene, that was Cloud. He was just sort of passed out. You came. You kept your promise. So you really did come back when I was in trouble. Sorry, I didn't get there sooner. It's alright, Cloud. Oh man, Sephiroth is fucked up. Remember, Cloud just slashed him with the Buster Sword, but he seems okay. Well, he's not okay, but... Holy shit, what's he got in his hand? Is that Genova's head? Yeah, he's not going to bother stopping to kill Cloud. I think he just kind of thinks, yeah, you got me. I'll give you that one. I'm getting out of here with Genova's head. Holy shit. Cloud. Kill Sephiroth. Yeah, Sephiroth just fucked him up, huh? And Cloud's gonna finish the job. Sephiroth! Big, like, double take. Like. Oh, shit! Don't push it. Man, look how strong Sephiroth is. Just one hand's Cloud off the ground on the end of a sword. Oh, but Cloud ain't having none of that. This is awesome. It can't be. Oh, man. Oh, fuck. Did I like pull the sword out of himself to do that? That was a little weird. Again, this looks awesome in that little anime thing. I think it's called... Is it called Last Order? I can't remember what it's called, but it's... Anyway, it's awesome. Cloud. Then this is goodbye, Tifa. Until we meet again. Alright, so now I've got a moment to talk. The dialogue boxes weren't... The dialogue boxes were automatic. I couldn't pause them, talk over them. But yeah, it makes so much sense now, right? That Cloud really was there 5 years ago. So I guess Sephiroth and Chojo were lying? I don't know. I'll sort of cover that in a little bit. But Cloud really was there 5 years ago. He just wasn't the soldier member he thought he was. He was a lowly Shinra grunt. And sort of in his... He was so ashamed that he couldn't get into soldier. That he hid his face, didn't see anyone in the town, didn't speak to anyone, basically didn't let anyone know he was there. Because he didn't want anyone to see him. Because he'd failed to get into Soldier. Yeah. So yeah, little scenes like the one in the truck make so much sense now. Because if you think way back when we saw that scene for the very first time, when we thought it was Cloud, he talked to a Shinra guard, and the Shinra guard says he was sick, but then Cloud said, "I've never had motion sickness." But then I think there was a point later in the game, I forget where, but Cloud says something about having motion sickness. And it's just like, wait a minute, what? You either have it or you don't. And that's where his memories started to... That's where he started to cover up his own memories, I guess. Anyway. Looks like we've managed to piece Cloud's past together. We know his past now. He really was there. And all the pieces of Cloud start merging back into one. And we're almost there. Just a big one in the sky that's been writhing in pain this whole time. He's going to come down too. Alright. Power Rangers pose, we did it. Oh shit. Cloud just passed out, it fell on the ground. Cloud, what's happening? Yeah, I think the Cloud that was writhing in pain in the sky this whole time is like, that's the Cloud on the outside. That's the Cloud we can see in real life, sort of thing. He's like, he can't talk, he can't speak, he can't speak also. He can't speak, he's in pain, he doesn't know we're there. I think that's the comatose Cloud that we saw in the wheelchair, sort of thing. No, he's alright. Oh, Cloud, it's really you, isn't it? Yeah, Tifa. We finally meet again. You stupid jerk, you had us one word to say. What? Fuck. Voice. I like how Tifa yells at him and he's just like, oh, I'm sorry. We're in the live stream, aren't we? Everyone's waiting. Let's go back, Cloud. Back to everyone. I guess so. Come on, Tifa. Let's go home. Not really well explained here, but they somehow swim out of the live stream. They're sort of conscious now. A little weird. I like to imagine that they literally just got pulled out of the live stream. They didn't physically swim out of it. That all this was just happening in their subconscious. Yo, you alright? Tifa? Barrett, you came back. Cloud, where is he? Don't worry about him. He's a tough one. Yeah, he is. Barrett, when I was in the live stream, I saw the real Cloud. I mean, I didn't really find him. Cloud, he found himself. Alright, I know. I shouldn't have doubted. I can't win against you. You're some kind of lady. There's the strong, independent woman that Tifa used to be. People have so many things pent up inside of themselves. So many things they can never forget. Strange, isn't it? Yo, Tifa, snap out of it. Tifa! And she just sort of woke up to say that philosophical bullshit and then she fell back asleep. Oh, Cloud's here. He's awake. Everyone, I'm sorry. I don't know what to say. Don't say anything, Cloud. All you've been doing is apologizing. I never was in Soldier. I made up the story about what happened 5 years ago and my being in Soldier. I left my village looking for glory but never made it. I was so ashamed of being weak. Then I heard this story from my friend Zack. I created an illusion of myself, made up of what I had seen in my life, and I continued to play the charade as if it were true. Illusion, huh? Pretty damn strong for illusion. Physically, I'm built like someone in Soldier. Hojo's plan to clone Sephiroth wasn't that difficult. It was just the same procedure they used when they created members of Soldier. You see, someone in Soldier isn't simply exposed to Mako energy. Their bodies are actually injected with Genova cells. For better or worse, only the strong can enter Soldier. It's nothing to do with the Genova reunion. Weak people like me get lost in the whole thing. The combination of Genova cells, Sephiroth's strong will, and my own weakness are what created me. Everyone knew that. I'm Cloud. The master of my own illusionary world. I can't remain trapped in illusion anymore. I'm going to live my life without pretending. You're sure messed up, Cloud. That means you ain't no different from before. By the way, Cloud, what are you going to do now? Don't tell me you're going to leave the ship. I'm the reason why meteor is falling towards us. That's why I have to do everything in my power to fight this thing. Good, and you're going to keep fighting to save the planet. It's like you've always told me about it. Huh? Talk about it, sucker. Oh, you meant that? What? I don't understand. Ain't no getting off this train. There it is. Everyone laughs. Good times. Hardy, hardy, har. There's that saying again. So there it is. Cloud is back after a deep self-discovery, I suppose, that he really was there in Nibelheim. He just never made it to Soldier. He was so ashamed of this that he sort of suppressed any memory of him going to Nibelheim not as a soldier. So any memory of him as the Shinra guard, he sort of suppressed those memories down out of shame, I guess. And he basically merged Zack's story with his own. Any stories Zack told him, he sort of took them over in his own mind as if that was his story. That's one of the reasons why we never know how he entered Soldier, because I'm assuming Zack never told him. So he couldn't make that part up because, well, he didn't have any knowledge of it in the first place. So that's why the point in the game when he said, "Wait, when did I enter Soldier? How did I enter Soldier?" That's why he doesn't know, because Zack never told him that story. So he couldn't confuse it with his own memory because it wasn't there to confuse, if you get what I mean. But anyway, we can now talk to this guy. Oh, I don't think we can do anything just yet. Oh, wait. Salute! Thanks, guy. Alright, let's create a party. I think I'm going to drop Sid back out because he's pretty much the best character in my party now. He's even overtaken Cloud, I guess. So I'm going to drop him out of the party for now. I'm going to drop Kate Sith too, because I really just don't like using Kate Sith. Vincent can stay for now because we haven't seen him in a little while. And I'm going to bring back my girl, Tifa. Listen, Cloud. We're right in the middle of the mission through the huge materia, right? I know this is kind of out of the blue, but Junon has an underwater reactor. As far as I can see, it's the only one left. That's that, let's go. Yep, we were kind of told about that by Sid anyway, but let's... Oh, our pilot's level 8, wanna go? He's getting more confident now, he's like, wanna go? Oh, look what happened to Mideel. Mideel is fucked. Oh! You can actually go back into Mideel, it's not completely lost. You go back in. And the town is pretty fucked, as you can see, but it looks like everyone survived, pretty much. The shops are still here. The thing about the shops is they now have extremely limited stock. They hardly have anything. I mean, let's see. Material shop, yeah, look at that. They have basic shit now. But if you go, where does it have to go? I forget how to get up. Maybe it's just straight up here. Oh, yeah, it is. Jump up here. We see the crazy girl with the chocobo. Well, it turns out that she now has all the stock of all the previous. Yeah, look at that. She has all the stock now. All that stuff she bought up, she now owns it all. Now the shops are fucked. They don't have any stock. She basically has the monopoly on everything in this place now. So weird. Yeah, there's no reason to really come back into Medeal because, well, it's the same stuff. Just thought I'd show you that you could. Anyway, now so many things have opened up. Now we've got Cloud back. The main one of them is Chocobo breeding has now become available. Well, Chocobo breeding was available before, but now we can race them. But like I said, I'm going to cover that in its own episode. Might be the next one, might be a couple after that. I'm not sure, but that's going to come pretty soon. Where's Ultimate Weapon? You know that Ultimate Weapon we fought in the last episode? I said he's sort of a roaming legendary. Yep, he now roams around the world. He can be found in a number of locations. He can be found on top of Midgar. He can be found on top of, I think maybe on top of Fort Condor. I think he can be found on top of Coral. I think he basically can be found on top of any place that's got a reactor. So Mount Nibel, he can be found there. I don't think he can be found on Rocket Town. No. He can be found on top of Cosmo Canyon, which doesn't have a reactor, so it's kind of weird that he can be found there, but he can be found there. But we're going to go looking for him at another time because it's not really important to us right now. Anyway, there is one thing that is important to us right now, and it's very relevant to the stuff we've just been seeing. Oh man, I fell right on top of Nibelheim, crashed into it with an airship. Whoops. If you go into Nibelheim after the Cloud discovering himself section of the game, and you come into the Shinra Mansion. Oh wait, you have to go to the basement. Sorry. Place has still got the creepy music, huh? Sticking with that, are we? Oh god, I just fucked up hard. You see Vincent's dead. I was fighting one of those mirror things, and I used a spell on it. I used Aqualung on it, and it reflected it back at Vincent and killed him. Oh shit. Oh, stupid battles. One of those stupid guillotine guys that are so ridiculous. Anyway, we come... Oh. Anyway. Stupid monsters. Like I was saying, we come down to the basement. And this only works if you've got to this part of the game. If you come here, you don't get this scene. But Cloud sort of remembers something as he comes here. And this is right after the Nibelheim incident. Cloud and Zack were obviously both very heavily injured. And it seems like someone scooped them up and brought them into the Shinra Mansion and put them in big capsules. Someone experimented on them. Gee, who was it, I think? I think it was Hojo. I think I've already said it anyway. Oh, Zack was just feigning. See, he's fine. But if you'll see in a minute, Cloud is not fine. Basically, Cloud is in pretty much the same state he was in after he... Sorry, I was just scratching my ear. Yeah, Cloud is in pretty much the same state he was in after we went into the live stream for the first time. When we found him and he was comatose. He's pretty much in that state now. The reason for that is because Cloud sort of went over it in his confession to the rest of the group in the High Wind. Said, I'm physically built like someone in Soldier. And now you might think, well, if he was never in Soldier, how's that possible? In the... Wow, did Zack just slap him? I'm kind of skipping through this text box, yeah. Here's a famous scene. If you've watched the movie Advent Children at all, this scene is covered in that, in sort of Cloud's memories. Anyway, I'll sort of play it out and I'll talk about it. Shut up! You super lucky I even gave you a ride. A little bit of Sid in this guy. And we're apparently in the Wild West. Look at the background. What are you going to do once we get to Midgar? I know what I'm going to do. Cloud's just like, I'm fucked. I got a place I can crash for a while. No, wait, the mother lives there too. Damn, guess that's out. He's talking about Aeris's house there, by the way. Because this is Aeris's first boyfriend, Zack. Yep, got to change my plans. No matter what I do, I'm going to need money first. Hey, want to start a business? Now what could we do? Hey, Cloud. Is there anything I'd be good at? Hey, old guy. What do you think I'd be good at? What are you yapping about? You're still young, ain't you? Young folks should try everything. You gotta pay your dues while you're young. Go out and look for what you really want. Try everything. That's easy for him to say. We'll do some squats. See? There's a thing. Have you noticed throughout the game, Cloud sort of does squats every now and again? That's where they got it. It's a trait from Zack that he sort of mixed up with his own. Hey! Of course. I got more brains and skill than most other guys. That settles it. I'm going to become a mercenary. Yeah, thanks, Pops. Didn't you hear a word I said? Pouring stuff, dangerous stuff, anything for money. I'm going to be rich. So, Cloud, what are you going to do? The old guy's like, oh, fuck it. Just kidding, I won't leave you hanging like that. We're friends, right? And there's another little trait of Cloud that originated from Zack, is his whole mercenary thing, where he's just like, I'll do anything just for money. He got it from Zack. Understand, Cloud? And Zack's sort of having to drag Cloud wherever he goes, because Cloud is fucked up from those experiments. Oh shit. What's happening? Have the Shinra caught up to them? I imagine they're on the run at this point. Oh. And yep. While he was trying to take care of Cloud, he was trying to cover Cloud. Damn, that was a bit... Oh, he's dead. God damn, stop. What do you want to do with him? Forget it, just leave him. And they choke Cloud up, is pretty much dead already. So they leave him. But yeah, that is the story of Zack. You can actually go through the entire game with never seeing this scene. And I think you do need to see it to sort of understand a little bit more about Cloud's past and everything. It's not essential, but it's nice little bits of lore. It's reward for exploration is what it is. If you go back to the Nibelheims, you go back to the Shinra Mansion at some point in the game, you get this scene. And Cloud seems to pop out of his comatose state, finds the sword, and finds his dead friend. And this is sort of the moment that fucks Cloud up internally. Oh look, there's the shot of Midgar. That's how he made it to Midgar. This is sort of the moment where Cloud started forming his own past, mixed with Zack's in his head. Like, all the experiments were going on within him. His subconscious was shot to shit because of those experiments. He was pretty much comatose. Then he wakes up, sees his best friend dead. That traumatizes him pretty much into So it pretty much traumatizes him into thinking that he is Zack, basically. But yeah, during that scene, there was a section where... Oh, and if you read these actually tell you about Zack and Cloud's escape. Read these books on the floor. Yeah. A former member of Soldier, no effect could be detected from either micro-radiation therapy or Genova on him. B, reaction to Genova detected. There it is. That aim was Zack. Obviously, it had no effect on him, and that's why he was able to enter Soldier. It's because when you enter Soldier, or when you apply for it, you're sort of given a little bit of Genova cells or Mako radiation or something like that, just to see if your body reacts. If it reacts badly, then you don't get to join Soldier, and that's what happened to Cloud. You basically, to be able to control the Genova cells within you and the Mako radiation, you need to have a strong will to sort of suppress Genova's control over you. Cloud didn't have that. He doesn't have that strong will. So, that's why Zack was unaffected by these experiments that were going on down here. He had the will to overcome it. He had the power to overcome it. It didn't affect him. It fucked Cloud up. That's why Cloud is built like someone from Soldier. It's because he is. The experimentations done on him were that of Soldier. But his body reacted in a way that is expected. He became more powerful, he became stronger, faster, more powerful in general. But his mind couldn't take it, so it fucked him up internally. And that's what started to force him to create his own past. So, it brings me back to a point. When Professor Hojo said, I created him 5 years ago, I think that's either Hojo being cryptic, or it's a translation error. Because I think what Hojo really meant to say in that dialogue was, I created the man he is. He didn't create Cloud from scratch as a Frankenstein's monster, which is kind of what's implied. It means the Cloud you see before you is something I created, and that's true. The Cloud we see before us during the entire game is the Cloud that had these experimentations done on him. He looks like someone from Soldier. If it wasn't for Hojo, he wouldn't be like that. He'd be just a regular guy. So I think that's what it means. There. I think it was probably just a translation error. Obviously this game's got a lot of them. But yeah, that is going to be all for this episode. Very heavy shit going on. We entered Cloud's subconscious. We sort of pieced together everything about his past. We found a few trigger memories. And then he finally sort of revealed... what he'd been suppressing this whole time. Subconsciously, I'm assuming. He didn't actually mean to suppress it, but he was suppressing that he was never in Soldier, that he was just a lowly Shinra when he went back to Nibelheim all those years. And then we made it out of Mideel to the Shinra Mansion, and we saw that little ending scene with Zack. We saw his story, we saw how Cloud got some of Zack's mannerisms, and how he forged his memories together. Well, that's going to be it for this episode. Next time we're going to go take on the Junon Reactor. Or I might do the Chokoro Breeding Guide next time. I'm not too sure. But either way, I'll see you next time. So thanks for watching. Bye!